Hi everybody, today's story is called Socks for Santa. Let's have a look. It's a longer one today, lots of words. Are you ready? A boy called George had a magical plan. One Christmas Eve, frosty and bright, as Santa brought the presents to him every year, he'd take gifts to Santa that night. George built a sledge and he chose Santa's gifts. He wrapped them up and packed up a box. He dug out his backpack and put on his hat. Then he threw him some spare woolly socks. George trudged through a blizzard towards the North Pole, but soon didn't know where to go. Then he spotted a shadowy figure ahead. Was it Santa? Yes, but made of snow. From behind the huge snowman, two bears peeped at George. Their faces were furry and white. They suddenly scooped up a big pawful of snow and called, "Time for a fun snowball fight!" The polar bear cub asked George, "Why are you here?" "I'm looking for Santa," said George. "I'll carry you there," said the kind mother bear, and towards the North Pole they sped. They stopped at a workshop surrounded by trees. Twinkling lights showed a path through the snow. The door slowly opened and someone appeared. Then a sad little elf wailed, "Oh no!" The elf moaned, "We're terribly late. There's still a huge stack of toys to wrap up. Santa's ready and Christmas can't wait." Uh-oh. "We can help you," said George, and he rolled up his sleeves. Then he started to wrap up a toy. The bears tied all the ribbons and bows. When they finished, the elves danced with joy. "Thanks," said the elf as he checked off his list. "With your help, we've got everything ready." George cheered Merry Christmas and passed round around sweets, and he handed the bear cub a teddy. Oh. "Come this way," said the elf, and he opened a door, and George dragged his box of gifts through. "Santa, I bought you some presents," he called, and then he stopped as he heard achoo! Oh dear, Rudolph is not very well. "You're Rudolph," said George. The deer nodded his head. I've got flu and my nose has stopped glowing. Santa needs me to guide the sleigh later tonight, but now I won't see where I'm going." Oh, poor Rudolph. "Don't worry," grinned George, and he pulled out a gift. "I've got a torch here you can wear." But then all the reindeer pulled gifts from the box. Poor George looked round and groaned in despair. They pulled them all out. "Oh, my presents for Santa," cried George. "They're all gone. Perhaps I should pack up and go." He picked up his backpack and pulled on his hat. But just then he heard, "Ho, ho, ho!" "Santa," gasped George, "I bought you some gifts, but I just gave the last one away." "That's the spirit of Christmas," said Santa with joy. "Could you help me to harness my sleigh?" Santa grabbed his red coat and buttoned it up. "I need to keep warm in the snow." He sat on a stool and pulled on a sock, but then out of a hole popped a toe. Oh no, Santa's socks have got holes in them. "Now my poor foot will freeze," said Santa with a sigh. That's when George had a brilliant idea. He took out the last thing in his bag. "You can have my spare socks," he said. "Here." With cozy warm feet, Santa climbed in his sleigh and he called out, "George, it's Christmas Eve. Will you help me deliver my toys around the world? We'll see wonders you'll never believe." So George jumped in the sleigh and the elves brought the sack, and then Rudolph switched on his new light. With a whoosh, they were off through the bright starry sky on that magical, sparkly night. All these children that get to go in Santa's sleigh. I wish that was me. I'd love to go in Santa's sleigh. Hope you enjoyed that one, everybody. See you tomorrow.